Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my March bullet journal setup video for you. I feel like this video is going to be a little longer than usual because I spent a lot more time actually trying to make it pretty. This is one of my first attempts where I really started trying to figure out how I could, keep my spread still simple but really creative at the same time. By the way, thanks for all the links you guys gave me in my last bullet journal. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's get right into the video. So this month's theme, I decided to go for indoor plants. It's a really popular theme that I've seen a lot of bullet journalers use, but the main reason I decided to go for it this month is actually mostly because I've been shopping for indoor plants. Well, not me personally, but I've been going with my friends to shop for indoor plants as they redecorate their home. So it just kind of inspired me and I thought I would give it a shot. So I also decided that I wanted to go with watercolors this month instead. No real reason. I think I just wanted to mix it up and have a little bit of variety. I initially was trying to avoid it because when I use a lot of watercolors, and I do use quite a lot of watercolors in this spread, crinkles the paper. But I think I've learned to just kind of like that aspect of watercoloring. I don't know, it's not perfect, but it has a nice texture to it. I don't know if I'm making sense. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. So I wanted to try and add a nice shadow to the back of my March title. And I will admit, despite really loving painting and watercoloring, I am by no means a professional. I really feel like I should be taking some classes, but I just never find the time to do that. So I just experiment and go with it. And so as I go through it, you'll see that I just find new techniques and ways that work for me, such as blending. I find that blending upwards works a lot easier for me rather than blending down, so I can get that nice gradient. Okay, so the next page is going to be my sleep tracker, and I decided to actually get a little fancier with my sleep tracker. I think I'm still trying to master the whole blending of watercolor and the faded effect. So instead of just hanging plants and doing that typical look, I actually decided to kind of give a nightfall blended look at the top and then have the plants with that. In my mind, when I envisioned it, I just thought it would be really pretty. And actually, I'm not going to lie, I think it actually looks pretty good for a first attempt. I'm definitely going to try it again for April. I have no idea what theme I'm going for April, but I think something like this is kind of where I want to go, where the page speaks to the topic it's covering, but still draws elements of the original spread. See, I don't know if I'm overthinking it now, but actually I had so much fun just putting this part together, and now every time I look at this spread, it just makes me happy. And I decided to add little flecks of white so it could have that nice starry, sleepy effect. Okay, so the next page is going to be my mood tracker. And it's basically just a bunch of plants. There's nothing too fancy about this page. I think after doing the sleep page, I was getting a little tired. Quite honestly, it took me about 2.5 hours to film this entire thing. And if I wasn't filming, I think I would have added a lot more decoration and decor and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that maybe for April, I'm going to have to step it up a little bit and maybe put aside a good 4 to 5 hours to film the entire video. I don't know. But then I'm going to be upset about editing all that footage later on, just I wasn't so impressed about it now, and I'm pretty much just rambling. So yeah, I'm just going to let you watch the rest of my mood tracker page. Okay, so we're going to hop over to my meal prep page. Yeah, so I'm still kind of playing around with the whole meal prepping and more meal planning, I would say. I'm pretty okay with meal prepping. I'm actually pretty confident about it now. But planning out which meals I take on which days, that part I'm still kind of iffy on, just because sometimes it's very mood dependent. I'm not someone who can eat the same thing every single day. So my meal prepping involves a lot of freezing of meals so that I can alternate them. But yeah, just to clarify, my meal prep only covers my lunches because that's the only thing I really meal prep for. I don't really tend to eat breakfast. I think I mostly just go for a cup of tea, like milk tea. And then dinners is just very ad hoc depending on what Tobias and I want to do. But yeah, I have thought about meal prepping for dinner, but I'm still kind of just adjusting to the fact that I'm meal prepping for lunch. So, baby steps, one step at a time. Okay, so the next page is kind of going to be a combination of my time tracker and my habit tracker. I actually was thinking of just canning the time tracker this month because I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of use or benefit from it really. But then I just thought, I don't know, let's keep it for one more month and see, because I do like at a glance seeing how much work I do. I do know that lately I have been way more productive. I mean, the very fact that my main channel has been able to maintain its schedule is really saying something. This page has little bits of habit tracker as well. I have this tendency to write down a bunch of habits that I want to track, and I quite honestly don't track any of them. Like, I had one for clean last month. I don't even remember when I clean because I just do it so consistently now. So there really wasn't a need to have a habit. So I'm just trying to track things that really matter. And now we're on to the final part of this spread, the monthly view. I have really been trying to figure out ways to change up my monthly view. I mean, I love the way it looks. I love the drop shadow effect. I love all that sort of stuff, but I'm getting a little bored of it too. So that's part of why I've been looking for different creative ways to change it up. I honestly didn't change it up too much this month. And the rest of it is pretty simple. I just used very similar themes to the ones that you saw on my cover page with the potted plants, or the hanging plants rather. Alright, so that is pretty much my video. By the way, I actually did go back after I finished filming this video and I added a few more designs to it. So if you want to see what the end result is like, then be sure to follow me on Instagram on A Beautiful Fable. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.